do not mind. I would rather it.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Rocket League. We're having a discussion. Austin's retired?
I'm old.
Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Rocket League. My name is Finn Berry, and this is... and this is Austin Clokus.
My name is Austin Clokus. I'm a freshman.
I don't know if the mic's picking you up.
Austin, do you want something to drink? You want to get a drink out there if I give you some money?
In a little bit, yes. I would like that.
Okay, all right. Well, I'm honored to cast with Finn. I don't think I've ever done it. I think I did it one time.
We've done this before.
We did it before, okay.
It was a good time.
It's a fun time. So we got
SU versus Davenport. I don't have my watch on me. I took it off.
Yeah, I know the Demon Slayer movie came out tonight.
I know.
So it was really good. A lot of my friends went and saw it.
I was going to go and see it
jealous.
tonight as well, but I'm here instead.
Yes, priorities.
Exactly.
That's what's important.
I was going to go with some friends, and we were going to go and see it tomorrow. But then one of them was like, hey, I'm not going to be in town. And I was like, okay, maybe we can see it Thursday. And I went and looked at the times. Because we were like, maybe there's a midnight showing, good old school midnight showing. But unfortunately, there is not.
That's rough.
Yeah.
That is rough.
So probably going to go see it later this upcoming week, finals week. I'm excited for it. Have you seen Demon Slayer, the show?
I have not, but I'm always down for a good anime. So.
It's very good.
I'm excited. Well, speaking of rough, if SEU wants to avoid going 0-2 tonight, they're going to have to play a little bit faster. Finn, what would you say are the keys to success for the black team tonight?
Sure. So I think the keys for success against Davenport are going to be that more coordinated, teamwork-oriented plays that I've been talking about for, I'd say, the last 3 weeks now, where it feels like SEU has been playing this game of simple shots to score simple goals, but that leaves the ball in control of your opponents longer than it does yourself. But I think it'll be an interesting match overall. SEU is coming off of a loss tonight, and that does kind of hurt your momentum a bit going into it, but at the same time, I feel SU is one of those teams where they're not going to let something like a loss bog them down. And due to that fact, I think they're coming into this with about an equal mental state as the first game.
Yeah, no, Finn, I think you're right, man. I also think that SEU, when they played FSC in the last match, I think they were playing not to lose. They weren't playing necessarily to win, and I think that there's a huge difference in playing to win. So let's see if SU can play fast and hopefully play to win tonight.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you there, Ethan, and I think SU is going to look to do just that as we head into the first kickoff with SU winning it here. It is going to be overall, though, a kickoff in favor of Davenport with, I don't know Davenport's name yet because they just joined here. What was it? Onjin? Omen? Omen. It's Omen with 3.
Wow.
Going to be missing the defense here. Already, SU getting a goal, but again, this is one of those goals that's less so SU's own skill and more so Davenport just messing up.
Yeah, no, I think that was a lack of just a defensive rotation there, but let's not fault SU on capitalizing on it. But I do agree with you, Finn, in the fact that SU is going to have to put together something a little more stable offensively if they want to stay in command of this match.
Yeah, and there is a thing to be said for the skill of taking advantage of those opportunities that you see your opponent leaving open for you. But at the same time, opportunities are just never going to be enough if you want to compete with the best. And of course, in Collegiate Rocket League, we may not be the pro leagues, but this is certainly the best at the collegiate level that we have. And now, as Jason is going to be looking for a shot, it's going to be Bacon over BC dub, because dub. I don't know how I'm going to say it, but just kidding over here. He's going to be hitting the ball over here. He's going to be tapping it away. Willpower will be the one gaining control at the end here. And BK dub, I'm going to just call him BC, hits the ball again. And Jason's going to be running down the field into JK here. Now, as the ball kind of goes into the corner and we get into kind of this point in the match, or in the game, where both teams kind of understanding each other's play style a bit more, and now suddenly both teams are going to be playing a bit more carefully.
Yeah.
And the reasoning for that is now they're getting a stronger feel. Early game is like, and this goes specifically for game number 1, but early game is like, how does our opponent play? And they kind of like, the mistakes are made. It's more of like casual whatever. And then after that first goal is shot and enters the net, you get this part where both teams start to play a little bit safer, and they go, okay, now we got to work on it here. And of course, SU does have the advantage with 3 minutes left on the clock here, but I think, honestly, what we're going to see is Davenport was going to not be able to score a goal here.
Yeah, no, I do think the first couple of minutes, SU and Davenport kind of looked like a couple of prized fighters, just circling the ring, just, dipping and ducking and taking a jab here and there. And I think what we'll start to see in the last 2 minutes is right on cue, I think, Yanni, with the uppercut, if you will.
No,
we're going to start to see SU and Davenport start to take a little more aggressive shots, as we just saw by Yanni.
Yeah, no, they're getting that confidence built up. And as I was saying, I don't think Davenport's going to be able to score a goal, at least just based on the way they are currently playing. SEU has kind of taken the momentum at this point, right? And I use that word a lot in practically every single match of Rocket League, but it's something, especially when you're dealing with cars, that's really relevant. And actually, it looks like Davenport's going to prove me wrong here. The net is open, the demos come through, and Omen shoots a goal in with Lamborghini. Oh, Austin's going to go play Twitch admin. Austin, ban everyone.
Yeah,
ban them all.
Like what Finn, you were just saying about momentum, man. I know we have this running joke here about Uncle Mo, and when he comes to town, he brings presents, and the presents are usually dubs. So right now, Omen has a little bit of momentum. Not Omen, excuse me, Davenport has the momentum on their side right now. Let's see if SU can invite Uncle Mo to their house.
Yeah.
So
I think it's an interesting thing, right? Where momentum is one of those things where if you're down and you do something great, it's that much better. Whereas if you're already up and you do something great, it's not as effective in terms of sparking that momentum as it would be if you were down. Now, however, we see SEU is trying to get a point back here. And now, of course, they don't need it to win, but certainly having that 2-point lead is a really nice cushion, because that means you can afford one mistake, and it looks like that mistake is going to be coming in now with SEU. They're just leaving the net open now, and this feels way different from what we saw in the first quarter, first half of the match.
It looks like we just saw SU have a commit, kind of a weird double commit there, which kind of left the ball. It essentially splitted the defenders. So right now, as we were just chatting about Uncle Mo, apparently he is at the Davenport residence, and he's about to grab some presents out of his bag. So let's see if SU can grab their phone, give him a call, and let's see if he can come back to their place. So we'll see what the last 55 seconds have in store for us.
There it is. I was about to say, there it is with SU going to be scoring a goal here. And now, hey, what's up? And now SU gets that momentum back here. It's a pretty good thing. But regardless here, we are currently closed. Okay. It's not how it
Yeah, but
Sorry about that.
Uncle Mo, apparently SU, they heard me, the caster call, and they picked up the phone and said, hey, Uncle Mo, you forgot your dress socks, okay? Come back over, come grab them, and then maybe you can give us some presents. So we do know in Rocket League, Finn, that we have about less than 26 seconds, and that's plenty of time for Davenport to tie back up. But let's see if SU can make a last defensive stand here.
Oh! Davenport dub over there, almost hitting the ball through into the goal there, but unfortunately it's not going to make it. And now it's going to be SEU looking to send the ball down the field here. Oh my goodness! That was a shot.
That was
one of your, what'd you call them? devotional shot.
Yep,
a
no,
Devo
yeah.
shot right there.
Yep,
Look
no,
at
BC
that.
Dub. Apparently he did
Oh.
he had his morning prayer time with God today, and God really honored and reflected that. So
Wow.
right now we got the score tied with 2 seconds left. It looks like this thing is headed into OT.
Davenport really proving me wrong in the last half of this game. It feels, honestly, like we've seen just a huge flip here. A switch has been flipped, and suddenly Davenport's just put on the gas! And within 7 seconds of overtime, it's going to be done.
So,
Look at this.
wow, I don't think I've seen this before from SCU. I think that was 3 unanswered goals by Davenport. SCU had a 3-1 lead,
Wow.
and they just couldn't close the match. So, so SCU is down 1-0. I think going into match 2, SCU is really going to have to stay locked in, stay focused, and keep playing fast.
No, I certainly agree with you. I think what we need to see is more of how SU was playing at the start of this game. SU had some kind of, I don't know how to put it, but don't want to say confidence, because I feel like confidence was their downfall there. They were overcommitting to things, saying like, oh, we got this. I would say more so they just had a solid mindset. They knew what they wanted to do, and they did it. Right, but at the same time, we're still seeing SU play a lot around the mistakes their opponent makes.
Yeah.
And again, you're putting the ball in your opponent's court and saying your move, we're going to wait for you to make a move, and then we're going to make our move.
Yeah.
And you can't do that forever. Eventually, you are going to have to be the one to move first.
Absolutely, Finn. I think right now offensively, everything looks hard for Southeastern. It doesn't flow. There's not a lot of chemistry right now. It's just kind of pass, shot. Let's see going into game 2 if SU can kind of get some kind of offensive flow going, and maybe this will kind of jumpstart them.
Yeah, no, I think honestly, if SU wins this second game, their chances of winning the entire match are a lot higher. And the reason for that, I wouldn't even say is momentum. I would say it's SU realizing their mistakes and starting to fix them. And if you're able to fix your mistakes, well, as they say, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. So if it isn't broke, then clearly you're going to be doing something right. Regardless, though, as we are going into game 2, 30 seconds past, no goals on the board yet. SU is looking to make their first offensive play of this game, though, and it will just be taken away by Omen here, but Willpower's there to kind of dissuade them from taking the full shot. BC is going to be over on the side here, making a nice little turnaround there. That was kind of fun. That was like when you have a car as a kid and you go up to a wall and then you kind of pick it up and turn it around. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. This game always makes me think of Hot Wheels, so it puts me in that kind of mindset because I play with Hot Wheels a lot as a child.
Oh no, yes, I loved Hot Wheels. I loved collecting them. I had a pretty robust collection until I think I got in trouble when I was smaller, and my dad, I think he ended up selling them.
Oh my goodness.
So just a word for you viewers at home: make sure you listen to your parents, okay?
You know what the Bible says, obey your parents so that your life may be long upon this
absolutely.
earth. That is a promise. But regardless here, as fun as Hot Wheels are, Rocket League is also a blast. And speaking of blast, Willpower is going to be demoed here over on the side. But it will be SCU still with the ball over on Davenport's side of the map here. This isn't...
Yeah, SC's right now is doing a really good job playing with a good sense of urgency. Right now, they do know they are down 1-0, and right now they're playing a lot faster than I think we've seen them play tonight.
Yeah, I would agree with you there. Austin and I, of course, talked about how it felt like SU was playing a bit sluggish. They weren't really going for things. Oh, no.
I think that was an own goal.
Nah.
But I think I understand what JTSM was trying to do, but he just couldn't flick the ball up.
Yeah. He was going for the shot there, right? But just unfortunately not able to get it there. And now just a little under 3 minutes left on the clock here. Davenport up 1 goal. It's going to be SEU looking to play aggressive here. Oh, a nice hit from Yanni there, preventing the ball from really getting shot towards their goal here. And now ball's up in the air. JK's going to be there for the hit over in the back left corner for SEU. Getting hit back on over though. And now SEU is looking to bring it down the field over in the right corner here. JK's there once again. And JK is certainly not kidding around with these plays, I gotta say.
Yeah, no, JK, he's flying around the field. He's really kind of served as a catalyst for Davenport tonight, and he's really making his presence known, or they are really making their presence known.
And as this game continues on, I'm not entirely certain what has happened to SCU, and the more I keep watching, the more I'm going at what exactly is SCU doing, and what happened to this team that I've seen play before and play to a higher level than what I'm currently seeing.
Yeah, no, Finn, I think earlier on in the season we saw SCU probably have their biggest win in program history against number 1 Michigan. And when they played that match, they looked like a completely different team than we see tonight. I think tonight they just kind of came out a little sluggish, and it appears to me that they're still a little bit hungover from their match with Florida Southern.
No, I think I would agree with you there. To be honest, I never really thought of. I know I've heard the term before, but I never really consider hungover as like a, coming from.
No,
worse.
it's a brutal thing.
It is indeed. When you're stuck in this mindset of losing a match, I guess it is kind of like a hangover. The more and more I think about it, I never really considered that term as much as I have now. But Yanni just on the cusp of a goal there. But it's going to be hit back over by Willpower. Jason is going to be looking for it. He's not going to be able to get the ball in, though. And now it's going to be Davenport looking to gain control of the ball once again here. And they're going to be getting a nice touch from JK there to just keep the ball in a bit of a more controlled state than just wildly going and waiting for SU to hit it back. So it goes in the corner here, the back left corner. SU looking to hit away. JK has just had some wonderful hits on the ball throughout this entire match.
Oh, no, absolutely, Finn. I think JK really, again, I think I've said it before, but he's really been the catalyst, spark plug, whatever you want to call it, man. He has been the guy for Davenport. He's done a really good job of disrupting anything that SU is trying to get together offensively, and also done a really good job of setting up his teammates and taking some really timely shots.
Yeah, I think JK honestly has kind of been, in a sense, the embodiment of what Austin and I have been talking about SU needs to do. This teamwork, these more complicated plays that we know they can do. We've seen them pull off before. It will be SU scoring a goal, 3 seconds on the clock here. But again, that felt like just capitalizing on a mistake.
I think, Finn, I think you're right. I think SU, like so far tonight in this match, nothing has looked easy for them. It's just looked hard, and I think let's hope that SU can get something put together in the next 3 seconds.
Oh, it's gonna be tough. It's up though. It's not on the ground yet, and it's actually gonna be Davenport looking to keep it up a little bit here, but it will hit the ground. And now Davenport up 2-0 in the set.
Yes. So I think right now, SU is out there down 2-0. I think for this going into Game 3, I think SU's mentality needs to be just leave it all out in the field. I think right now the first 2 games, hey, let's chalk it up to being hungover against Florida Southern. But I think if SU wants to come away with a victory and start that reverse sweep, they are gonna have to put together something successfully on the offensive end.
And when it comes to being hungover from a game, right? What are some things, Ethan, you would recommend players do to kind of get rid of that hangover?
All right, now, so I would say the first thing, well, in a traditional sense, if you have an individual that's hungover, you want to recommend that they drink some water. So the water for SCU is going to be, they're going to have to get something together offensively. I think, like, from a human perspective, without water, you're not going to live. And in Rocket League, without a decent offense, you're not going to win any games. So I think SCU is going to have to figure it out. They're going to have to make get their passing game going and look for each other on the field.
Yeah, I'll go back to what we said at the start of the semester, which is offense is the best defense, and I still stand by that statement. Anytime I look at Rocket League, I play Rocket League, or if I'm casting Rocket League, the thing that crosses my mind every single goal is, their offense was just better. It's never about the defense in that regard. Of course, defense is important. You got to stop some goals from getting through, but the team with the better offense has a statistically higher chance of winning the game. And the reason for that is Rocket League is a very aggressive defensively focused game. It is kind of like playing one of the Vikings in For Honor. The classes of the Vikings in For Honor is to have the aggression going. You typically have a higher stamina pool or ways to break your opponent's stamina. So the same applies here in Rocket League. Break your opponent down until you get the goal in.
Yeah. Yeah, no, and it looks like Davenport's about to get a goal. I think again we saw it just was I don't know if it was a bad rotation. I think it just was. Yeah, I think it just they just caught SE napping a little bit on the defensive end, and JK right on cue, with the score. So SU's down early, 1-0, but as we know, there's plenty of time in Rocket League. So let's see if SU can get something going.
Yeah, and I think SU has the potential here, and all they need to do is start doing things like that. I was about to say maybe get some demos, keep the goal wide open for them. And already we see a demo coming through from Jason onto DC, and another one onto DC. I don't think DC should be the focus. I feel like JK has been the problem here for them. Speaking of, he's going to be demoing Yanni here. But SU starting to change up their play style a little bit, and I think that's exactly what needs to happen. Now, however, as the ball is in the right corner here, upper right corner, Yanni is going to be taking it up into the sky. It's still going to be hanging here. Jason hits it off the wall. The stud muffin, unfortunately, is not going to have anyone there for the setup, but Willpower is going to take the ball, prevent it from going into their goal. Is looking to give it over to Yanni for control here. But now, SU, again, they just don't have the control of the ball that they need to be having here.
Right now, Finn, I'm going to be honest, it looks like we see Davenport kind of playing more together as a unit, and I think with SU right now we have, at some moments, it looks like just 3 individuals playing. They don't look like a cohesive unit. I'm not saying that they're not a team. I believe that SU does have a good foundation and a good team, but I think in this match tonight, Finn, I think they're just playing as individuals.
Yeah, no, I would certainly agree with you. Maybe we can chalk it up to the fact that finals week is next week as Omen scores another goal. But to be honest, I'm not thinking that's it. I don't know what it is. It could be burnout, but I am also just based off of talking to the players and stuff, I don't think it's that either. So I'm really struggling to figure out what exactly is causing this kind of new and uprising issue.
Yeah, I think the mind is a really incredible thing, and I think for SCU tonight, I think right now the next 2 minutes, I think for me, if I'm playing on the Rocket League team, right now the next 2 minutes are all about pride.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, what can we do here? Are we gonna lay down? Or are we gonna try to fight back? Let's see if we can't get something going, even if it's an ugly goal or something.
Oh, speaking of goals,
JTSM right on cue, showing some pride.
Yeah, exactly.
Saying, hey, I don't want to lay down. I want to go out swinging. So. We got about 2 minutes and change left. It's 2-1. Davenport is up 1 goal.
Yeah.
But let's see if SCU can fight back there.
Yeah, and 2 minutes is a lot of time in Rocket League. You've got yourself just a little under half of the game left. And so 1 goal to tie things up, and then another goal to...
so close!
My goodness. Well, make it 2 goals to tie things up is certainly still feasible. Wow, that was just enough of a touch. Holy cow.
Yeah, it's been that kind of night for us.
It has been. Indeed, it's just one of those nights. You ever get on a game and you're just like, you're losing over and over again, and then you get off. Oh, nice from Stud Muffin there. But you're like losing over and over again, but then you get on the next day and you start winning a whole bunch.
Oh, no, yeah, absolutely.
It's one of those times.
Yeah.
It feels like.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's something people have to acknowledge about any kind of game.
Mm-hmm.
Whether it's a physical sport, an e-sport, or you're just playing a board game with friends, you're going to have those days where it doesn't feel like everything's going right. But regardless of whether or not things feel like they're going right, I personally am under the belief that no matter how bad things feel, you can always bring things back around. Speaking of back around, here comes SU bringing the ball to Davenport here. It's going to be a couple demos, though. It's going to be Willpower all alone going to stay in here on the aggression. JK is going to be hitting the ball over less than a minute on the clock now. 2 goals are required for overtime, and it's going to be one of them scored here by Yanni at 47 seconds.
You know, that was a very timely goal by Yanni. I like the pass by JTSM. A nice, simple little flick to Yanni, who hits it in the net right on cue. So, you know, we got 47 seconds left. You know, 3-2, 1 scored game. And right now it looks like, you know, Uncle Mo, he's sitting in the Davenport living room. You know, he has his loafers on. You know, he's up. And it looks like
he's staying there.
Yeah, it does. It looks like he took his loafers off. He has his sweatpants on. He's getting ready to finish his tea and head upstairs. So, but let's see if SCU can you know, give him a ring. Let him know, hey, we got some beef stroganoff at the house. You know, come by. You know, grab some food. Let's see if Uncle Mo wants to leave the house.
All right, so. You know, in regards to beef stroganoff, that kind of feels like the game here, right?
Yeah.
Where it feels like...
It's very tough.
That's exactly what I was going to say. Is like, you know, you got the pasta, and it's like, those are like easy, they go down. But then the beef and beef stroganoff is always extremely tough.
Yeah.
And it feels like that's just what this has been here. And speaking of beef, look, it's a Lamborghini, which has a bull on it.
Yeah, you know, with beef stroganoff, it's a if you do it right, it's a really good meal, but it's also, you got the noodles, which can be a little tough, and then the beef, which is also even tougher. So right now, I think, you know, I think right now this match has actually been a perfect capture of SU's Rocket League play tonight. I think that things have just looked, things that shouldn't be hard have looked impossible, and they've made...
one too many mistakes.
They've made, one too many mistakes. So
yeah.
That's all she wrote, folks. So right now, Davenport is going to take a 3-0 lead over the Fire Esports Black Rocket League team. And I think right now, you know, we're going to wait and see about playoffs. You know, I'm not sure if the...
I don't know how the current standings are.
Yeah, I'm not sure as well. But, you know, a win, certainly 2 wins would have helped us. But, you know, right now, I think SU has got to get back to the drawing board. I think maybe they have to go back to the basics, you know, the fundamentals of Rocket League. Playing fast, you know, winning 50s, and just maybe work on some goal accuracy.
Yeah, no, I definitely agree. As much as we normally have an interview, I know Coach Dempsey, who's just returned from the Spring Film Festival, would like to probably talk to the team about the games here, so we'll go ahead and let them do that. But regardless, it's been another night of SU Fire Esports Rocket League, potentially the last one of the semester and the season. We'll have to wait and see. We'll keep you updated as far as we know on that. But regardless, make sure to tune in on Saturday at 5 o'clock. It's 5 o'clock. It should be still be 5 o'clock.
Yep.
I heard a little bit circulating. It might be a different time, but we'll see. At 5 o'clock for Overwatch playoffs here. It's going to be a good time. We have up to 4 hours of Overwatch going on Saturday. It's going to be a marathon, and we're going to run it. You best believe it. But regardless here, my name is Finn Berry.
And I am Ethan Cador.
And we will see you next time.